With regard to migration, it's difficult to think of a topic more suited to interdisciplinary approaches. It has to do with that person's social status, their economic condition, the environmental strains they're facing, the history of themselves as individuals and of their communities.
So I think with a lot of really contemporary modern problems, a single discipline is just incapable of providing the full set of insights that you need to sort of think about it holistically. So taking migration as an example, it's certainly something that you can come at it from lots of different angles. There are lots of different questions that are generated by the phenomenon of migration. The complexity, I think, with interdisciplinary work is it's not just getting lots of different perspectives together. It's trying to put those different perspectives in conversation with each other to generate brand new insights. I think that's the power of interdisciplinarity if it's done properly.
I'm a medieval historian, so I'm trained in Latin and the reading of medieval manuscripts. The research I'm interested in concerns colonial communities and frontier societies in medieval Europe. So it's in that context that my interest in migration has developed over the years.
I'm a labour lawyer by training, and I work in both the fields of labour law and migration law and think about mainly the function and the experience of migrant workers in the labour market. And it's through that work that we were invited by Bridget Anderson to contribute to this edited collection that she was working on.
The title of the book is Rethinking Migration.
Brendan and myself, we're contributing chapters to a section called Productive Borders. The aim here is to think a little bit about borders not only as a social fact, but also think about the function that borders can play in all sorts of different arenas.
What I'm looking at is migration in England in the Middle Ages. So, if you like, the period before you could identify the existence of a state. The simple point I'm making is that migration, unlike the state, is as old as humanity itself.
So in my own chapter, I think about borders and the function that plays in bringing about the notion of a national labour market. So the idea that there is such thing as a national labour market partially comes about because we think about the nation state as being bounded by a border.
What we all have in common in our chapters is, I think, an interest in how migrants don't get to define themselves, how their status as migrants is, in a sense, imposed upon them.
What this book project is doing is it's bringing people in the social sciences together with people in the humanities and people in the sciences as well. So you're sort of generating a set of insights that are truly staggering.